Welcome back to Rebel Ants Radio. And if this is your first time joining us, this is the video podcast for the Rebel Ants NFT project, where we build in public, we showcase other artists, and we try to educate our community as Miguel and I learn what's going on in the space, and we share news stories with each other. Miguel, how are you today?
Great, man. Recuperating from yesterday. I went out last night.
What does going out mean to you? You're an old man. What does that mean?
Just going out, having a few drinks, coming home, relaxing afterwards.
All right. I see you're keeping it real censored over here. This is supposed to be a safe space. So, if it's something you don't want to tell your significant other, you can share it here without fear of consequence. That is a promise.
That's cool.
All right. Well, listen, we are live on YouTube right now. So if you are watching live or in the future, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit that like button, tell a friend, and I'll give you $1. Thank you for that. Miguel, this has been such an exciting week, right? Everyone's so positive and happy to own crypto. So I'm excited to get into that with you. But before we do so, let's take a quick look at our little friends that we call the Jeremy Pets. So Jeremy Pets is a collection of eventually 500 one-of-ones hand-drawn by you. And some of them are free, some of them are not, but these are kind of companions to the Rebel Ants V2, which will be coming out in the near future. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Okay, in the near future. And more importantly, these things are cute as hell all on their own. So we've got 30 already up that are available to mint right through the Bueno drops. And there are limited amounts for some of them. So I think if somebody wanted to go get a Jeremy Pet, they should do so sooner than later. I'm a big fan of this one here. This green.
Which one you like?
The green one. Jeremy Pet 08.
Oh yeah, that's Tickle Paws.
Tickle Paws. Yeah. That was actually my nickname in college. So thank you for dedicating it. No, of course not. My nickname in college. I don't know if you've ever heard this. So my nickname in college. I don't want to brag, but it was and still is Chainsaw.
Oh God, here we go. I need to know the story behind why Chainsaw.
It's the worst story, but it's a true story. So I lived in a dorm with some college friends, and we had a suite in our sophomore year where there was like 6 of us. And I remember I was showering, and I get out of the shower, and I just decide to tell everyone in our room. I said, guys, from now on, my nickname is Chainsaw.
That's exactly how it happened?
That's exactly how it happened, and it stuck. And something funny to note is that 2 of my roommates were into the professional wrestling scene, meaning like they would wrestle. They were wrestlers. And sometimes I would go with them to shows. And when you go to a show like this, you get introduced as your wrestler name, right? You don't go by your legal name. So my friends would introduce me as Chainsaw, and then I just became known as Chainsaw to these other guys as well. So even nowadays, when my college friends and I get together, they still call me Chainsaw.
You should have been a wrestler.
I definitely should not. I had a different wrestling name that I was trying to push first called The Rocketeer, from the awesome movie The Rocketeer, which I don't remember at all. But it just kind of settled on Chainsaw. So I'm just a Chainsaw kind of guy. If you ever hear anyone call me that, don't freak out. It's just who I am.
All right. We'll take it as we go.
Which Jeremy Pet should somebody be scooping up?
Oh, definitely the Bueno one, the black and white one.
Oh, yeah, you're such a sucker. Yeah, this is a good one. Pixel Mite. His eyes are a little crazy for me. And there's only 3 ever, and one's already taken. So 2 spots left. 2 spots left at 0.05, which is a pretty solid deal. What's our timeline for getting more of these released?
Probably in another 2 weeks. I'm going to release another 5.
Oh, all right. I like it. Well, make sure you save those videos so we can post them on YouTube and get those reels. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, we'll post
shorts.
I'm going to try to do better videos. I'm going to try to see if I can sort of teach people how I do it in Procreate. So
yeah, that makes sense. I like that idea.
That should be cool.
All right, let's hop into what I think sort of spurred some of the news from this week, which was the BlackRock announcement about an Ethereum ETF. And the ETF is exchange traded funds, right? And so basically, somebody who's buying this ETF is betting on the success of Ethereum, right? And they're not the only ones to do this. I think there's like total of 9 companies trying to get this passed and approved. But even this announcement was just the filing of it, right? It wasn't that the SEC approved it. It's just the filing of it, but it shows the intent and it shows the belief and the support there. So I think that's what caused this rally. What were your initial thoughts when this news broke?
No, the same thing. I think I was scrolling through X when I saw the announcement that they were going to file. So I knew that that's what it was, and that's what created the hype. So I was waiting for it. I actually thought it was going to go higher than that, honestly, because
Yeah,
the hype for the Bitcoin one to get approved, it's almost there. So I figure that because that announcement came out, I figure that the one for ETH would have been like skyrocketing even more.
yeah,
But
yeah.
what I'll tell you is too that everything is pushing up. So even the meme coins like Doge is up a lot in the last like few months.
Yeah, Doge is it was sitting at 8 cents earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull up Coin Market Cap and just kind of see who are some of the big winners for the past few days here. So let's make sure we're looking at the last 7 days. Bitcoin, sitting around 37,000. I think it started approaching 38, but it's kind of retraced a little bit to 37. But it's holding there, and Ethereum is holding right around 2,000, right? Trying to break out a little bit, but it's I feel good that it's holding, right? So that's some confidence there. And you and I were texting about Solana. That Solana was just kind of skyrocketing. It like doubled in the last week.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even look at the news for Solana. I knew that it was skyrocketing. I don't own any Solana. I did have Solana a long time ago, and then I sold it. But I didn't know what the hype was behind it. Do you know what it was?
I think it was this aligned with their conference, their news conference that happened last weekend or last week. And I think along with the pump, there was just some other good news about developments happening on their network. They have a bunch of great projects on Solana as well. And I don't own any either. There's a couple I want to. I'd love to get into the Clanosaurs and the Bodagos,
Yeah.
but I'm hesitant to start expanding into anything else right now. But yeah, there's a lot of positive things happening in Solana. A lot of community rallying behind it, and yeah, the support's been great. I think it was $8 in December. Last December was $8, and now it's $58. So it's nowhere near the all-time high. I don't think any of these coins are, but it's obviously heading in the right direction. So that's exciting.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, and Doge sitting at 0.078. So that's moving in the right direction. I haven't seen it. It hasn't been 10 cents in a long time, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Do you still have any Doge or no?
I do have some Doge. Yeah, I think if I look at like a dollar cost averaging, I think maybe it was 14 cents because I bought some higher. So I would need it to get over 14 cents to feel like there was any profit there.
Yeah. When I bought in into Doge, it was at 0.0000 something. But then as I kept buying, it just kept increasing. So my cost average is probably like 0.01 or 0.001, something like that.
Yeah, I think I've shared with you, but the very first time that I bought Doge, this was like more than 10 years ago, or maybe 10 years ago. I had converted a quarter of a Bitcoin into Doge, and this was like 2011 or something, 2010,
Yeah.
whatever year I think it first came out, and so I had like millions and millions and millions of Doge. But that site, I can never recall the name of it, but it just kind of rugged and disappeared. So I lost a ton of money off of that site.
Oh
I
God.
lost all my Bitcoin. I lost all my Doge that was on that site. I can't think of the name anymore. It started with a K. There was some class action lawsuit that I missed the time to get into it. I'll have to dig around because I am curious to see what happened with that. But I lost maybe a few $1 million at this point. I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot of Bitcoin and a lot of Doge at the time.
And you just hate that when you have like all this and then all of a sudden, boom, it just crashes or you lose it.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Doge had so many zeros in front of it at that point. It was just like a joke, and I thought, what's a quarter Bitcoin at that point, right? Because I think Bitcoin was still under $100. So I was like, what's a quarter of a Bitcoin? And turned out to be a lot. I made the wrong choice. Go figure. Go figure.
This keeps happening to you. I got to tell you, you got to just get those diamond hands in.
Yeah, I think whatever I say is the opposite of financial advice, right? Whatever I'm doing is the wrong thing to do. So don't do that. Use that as your indicator.
Wow, look at Avalanche.
Avalanche was looking good too. Yeah, I think I saw something about them. I don't remember what the news was on that. Let's see if we can click into it and see what the news was. Coinbase announced it'll list 2 major altcoins on futures. Avalanche surges 31%. Price prediction. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what caused that. We'll have to dive into that a little bit, maybe for next week. But, for the most part, everything's up, which is great. It's not all-time highs, but it's going in the right direction, and sentiment is very positive. Everyone's saying, we're back, we're back, we're back. I don't know if we're back, but we're certainly better than we were 6 months ago, so I'll take that.
No, I think we're back. I think we're back. I think it's just
back?
I think we're back. I just think it's more stable now. It's not much of a hype, so you don't see those really peak and valleys anymore.
Yeah.
So in another 3 years, I'm going to say that probably BTC will hit that 2 to 3 years will hit that all-time high again.
You think it'll take that long? I don't think it'll take that long, actually.
Yeah, I think it'll take that long.
Yeah.
I don't think the ETFs are really going to push it that much. I honestly don't think so.
The only thing I can think is that people have an incentive for even more incentive for the price to go up, because maybe they own the asset or they own the ETF. They'll want the price to go up.
That's possible.
So who knows?
I don't know. We'll see.
Other businesses dive into it. But, Bitcoin, there's a number of companies that have filed for that as well. So there's definitely a lot of support outside the Web3 space. These financial, these TradFis, these traditional finances. They clearly believe in it. So I'm excited for that. And I think back to that chart that you and I looked at a number of weeks ago, where it was like just every 4 years in Q4, things just skyrocket. And we're seeing it. It's not there as to the same extreme we've seen it in the prior cycles, but we're not in December yet. And we've seen some crazy things happen in December, right? That's where we've seen those all-time highs for XRP, for ETH, for Bitcoin. So I'm excited to just kind of sit on the sidelines and see what happens over the next, 45 days.
It's almost the same trend. I mean, I think that I think that the trend is just going to continue, because we saw it on the chart. It just continues to happen. So
yeah, it was almost like clockwork, and here we are again, proving the same cycle.
Yeah. Don't forget that the Bitcoin halving is coming soon. So
yes, the Bitcoin halving is coming soon. I know there's only a few of them ever in the life cycle of Bitcoin, but some people say that that's baked in, right? Like the value that comes out of that creates the increased scarcity is already baked into the price. That's already accounted for with the current price. But I think it'll still have an impact. And it's weird to think about all the halvings that will happen, that we won't be alive for some of them. That it's like, Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin will outlast our lives, but to think that the process will still be going on after we're dead.
Listen, all you got to know is that if I wear my Bitcoin shirt, it means we're good.
We're good. All right.
We're going up.
That's a good sign.
If you don't see me wearing the Bitcoin shirt, there's a problem.
Noted. I'm gonna have to move our name labels here because we're blocking you. So let me show you how we can do that so easily. Look at this. Bam. We're just gonna move this up to the top of you. Can you see where I moved the name label to?
No.
You can't see it? I moved it from the bottom right of your screen to the top left.
Oh yeah, I see it.
You can see it now?
Yeah.
There you go. So maybe we just need to kind of reassess where those things go for the future. But when I click to the next scene, it won't be there. It's going to reset for the next scene. So
for every scene, you have to reset it?
Well, if I'm going to move it, I have it set one way. I can copy this scene over and over again, but I already copied the other one 7 times.
Look at you, Mr. Evie Knox learner.
Evie Mux. Yeah. This is one of those things I think that we wouldn't really be able to do with StreamYard, that I like kind of exploring and playing around with. So
Yeah.
we'll see how the rest of this episode goes and see if this is worth the effort and the production value of it. But
Yeah, every episode is an adventure. I mean, we're still learning stuff, so
every episode is an adventure. We keep trying
until
new
we
things.
get it right. Listen, I really
Until we
like
get it
the
right.
episode where we're in the same room. That was pretty cool.
I know. I like that. I want more of that. And we'll get there
Yeah,
one day.
we'll get there.
Yeah, we've got 4 people watching, so thanks for joining along. Hit that like button, give us a little subscribe, drop us a comment, let us know where you're watching from, which crypto have you been following along for the past week, which one's got you the most excited, and we want to hear what's going on in your world.
That is correct.
Okay, let's look over at this little shopping spree from Gordon Goner, who is one of the founders of the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Bored Ape,
Have
yeah.
you been following this?
Yeah, I have. I try to tweet at him to see if he'll buy an ant, but it didn't happen.
A grail ant, yeah. So basically, Gordon Goner had announced that he was going to start buying NFTs outside of the Yuga Labs ecosystem because he just appreciated some of the art, some of the communities. He just wanted to ape into them, no pun intended. And he announced that he was going to buy some grails, some of the more valuable, rare ones. And he didn't say exactly which ones he was going to buy, so it was kind of this fun mystery to follow along throughout the week of what was he going to buy, what project. People were trying to predict it because every time he bought something, that floor price jumped up a bit, and we'll take a look at that in a second. So yeah. I think he spent $1.5 million this week.
Yeah, he spent. I read somewhere it was like $2 million. I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere between that. So here's a list of them from this article looking at nftnow.com. The article is called Exclusive Inside Bored Ape Yacht Club Co-Founder Gordon Goner's NFT Shopping Spree. And this was from November 10th, which I think is like yesterday. Is that right? 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. But they list some of the projects that he bought into. So we've got Cryptodes, we got Deadfellas, Atom Bomb Squad, Cool Cats, Doodles, Meebits, Azuki, Clone X, World of Women, Mochaverse, Chromie Squiggle, Fidenza, and I think it's missing the one that he was really excited about that he had, also a Punk, of course, which isn't listed here. But then the last one he bought, I can't think of the name of it. We'll take a look at that in a second. But I was looking at just one of these, for example, to say, okay, when he bought it, what happened to the floor price? So when we talk about the Deadfellas, here's his tweet from November 8th. He bought a Deadfellas. He said, been hard not scooping one of these the past 2 years. Love the art, love the project. This little fucker lives in my bottom desk drawer and gives me the finger whenever I'm too lazy to write. And that's not me, Gordo, too. Okay, so that happened November 8th. So then I was like, all right, let's look at OpenSea and see what happened to the floor on November 8th. So here we can see, here's the floor, November 8th. Just jumps up, right? You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was sitting right around 0.21, and then it went up to 0.3. So pretty significant increase there. It leveled out a bit. It dropped. It went out. And it's still a little higher now than it was before then, but definitely has an impact. And if you look across a number of those projects, you'll see the same thing. So I think, he has a lot of influence in that regards, but also people were speculating on what he was gonna get as well. So I don't know. It makes me, a little like jealous. We're like, oh man, he's just scooping up all the cool ones that he wants. All the best ones. He got a Punk. He was talking about getting a bunch of grails and some of the ones that just had like the gold features.
Yeah,
was sort of the theme there. Let's look at his Twitter again because I think he showed which was one of the most recent ones, that the last one he bought that he said he was working on, working to acquire, and it was not the Squiggles. This one. Here we go. Okay.
Oh.
The NFT I most wanted came through at the final hour, presenting the Grey Pilgrim. I've wanted this exact NFT since the day it was revealed, probably more so than any other NFT outside the Yuga ecosystem. Not sure if this will come as a surprise, but Forgotten Ruins is honestly my favorite non-Yuga project. Hard to put into words how much this NFT brings me right back to long nights playing Dungeons and Dragons and feeling those nights brought me. Stoked to join the cult.
Interesting. That's a pretty cool one. I wonder how much it was.
Yeah, that is a cool one. I think we might be able to. I don't know if it says on here. I think we can probably follow the blockchain trail or look on OpenSea and see it. But this project itself isn't especially expensive to get into. They have a whole world of gaming that they've been working on for a while now. So it's not a new project by any means, but I think he did spend a pretty penny to get that one.
Can you go into their page?
Forgotten Ruins, yeah. Should we give him a follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really looked into this project, but it looks pretty cool, actually.
They have a whole bunch of different projects on OpenSea. So this one's called Wizard's Cult. I don't think this is the same one. Let's see here. Forgotten Ruins. I think there's more than one. Yeah, look, there's like a few here. Warriors Guild, I think, is the one that he bought from. Could that be?
Is it the same people though, or no?
I think it's all the same people. So this one says Forgotten Runes Deploy. Let's look at that's Wizard's Cult. Let's look at Warrior Guilds.
They're not expensive either. Look,
Sister Collections. No, yeah, that's the same one. It's the Forgotten Runes collection. So they are all related there. But yeah, it's a very cool feeling, right? It's a very cool retro look to these.
Yeah.
Like definitely like Nintendo-esque. And there's a pretty strong community behind it, so it's a cool project. Cool project.
Seems like it.
Anyway, were there any projects you were thinking that he was going to buy into that he didn't?
No, not really. Maybe Cool. No, he did buy into Cool Cats.
He did Cool Cats. He did Doodle. Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't get into O'Peppin.
No, there was a lot.
I thought he would. Or what was the other one we were talking about a few weeks ago? Not Asuki. I can't remember the name of the project now. But yeah.
Yeah, he didn't buy any Saints of LA. I'll tell you that.
No, he did. Don't even get me started, right? You love getting me started.
I know. Their floor has been dropping. I think I'm gonna get one.
Why? Why are you gonna get one?
I don't know.
Get one.
Let's go look. Let's go look and see what it was. Blur.io. Oh, he didn't get any Pudgy Penguins.
No, he didn't get any Pudgy. Yeah.
Saints of LA. Here we go.
That's all right. We got a Pudgy.
Oh yeah, this is really dropping now. 0.04. I think when you and I did the episode on it a couple of weeks ago, I think it was 0.12 maybe. Wow. So it's more than half drop. But look how easy it is to get in. Don't you want to be a
Don't get into this project. Stop.
Fine. Did you see?
Buy a D-Gods.
That's not a bad idea. Even Utes was was well under an ETH for a floor price now. Did you see the comments from the Roblox CEO about NFTs?
No. What did he say?
He, the headlines that came out of this were really an exaggeration of the commitment that he made to it. But he was talking about introducing NFTs into Roblox. Roblox is one of the most revenue generating games out there right now, and it's like free to play, but people, like my kid, they get money to put into the ecosystem, and they buy skins, and they buy money, and they buy objects. But he was saying, the CEO was saying that he was interested in introducing NFTs so that people could take items outside the game, sell them on a marketplace, and then bring them back into the game if they wanted. He gave this example about Elton John for whatever reason. He said, imagine if Elton John could design a cape, and there's only a limited amount of them, maybe one or just a few, and then you could buy it on the marketplace, and then you bring it into the game, and now you've got one of these very rare items. So that caused...
That's pretty cool.
Yes, stock prices went up as a result of that. There was a lot of excitement. Roblox is one of the biggest games in the world. So in the past, you and I have talked about games that have talked about introducing NFTs, but like as part of the game development, they would have NFTs. This is an existing game that is now saying, let us introduce NFTs into our world so we can take advantage of this technology. So I don't know that people would notice that they're using NFTs versus just being on a marketplace and being able to sell items. But this, imagine having the power of Roblox behind an NFT marketplace from a non-NFT native game. I think that would be really, really powerful. Yeah.
Hey, check out this little guy right here that keeps staring at me from my computer.
Who do you got? Oh, little Pudgy?
Yeah, this is one of
Your
the
rare
special
pudgy.
edition ones. Yeah, one of the
Yeah,
little rare ones.
it's your icy pudgy.
Yeah. How cool is this little fat guy?
Yeah, quit bragging, quit bragging.
Were you able to get one of these or no?
I didn't get an icy one when I did
You didn't?
my little shopping spree, which was, it rivaled Gordon's shopping spree, but I didn't get any ices. No. Now I've got a bunch of them on the bookcase behind me and in my kid's room. He's got his pudgies on display.
Yeah. I have a ton of them on display.
Did you see the oh, sorry. Did you see the Simpsons NFT snippet?
Oh yeah. I heard about I didn't see the episode, but I've heard it was all over Twitter, so I was reading about it. Well, not Twitter, X. I keep
X.
forgetting.
Yeah, come on. We made a commitment.
Um, yeah, I did read some stuff about it on X. I haven't looked at the episode yet, but I do want to see the episode because apparently it's very crazy how it happened. Like the whole episode was about like NFTs.
Not the
Apparently,
whole episode. I watched it. It was the Halloween episode, the 34th Halloween episode, which is in season 35. It's very confusing.
yeah,
But those Halloween episodes are broken into smaller stories within it. So it was like a third of the episode was this NFT sequence. But it was very funny. It was very on the nose. It was very on point. Made a lot of, accurate references. One of my favorite parts was when Homer tells Marge that Bart turned into an NFT. He shows her on his phone and he's like, um, she says that, oh wow, he's worth like, I think it was like $1.5 million. And she's like, think of what we could get for Lisa. And it's just funny to think like, all right, if Bart, we know he's such an idiot and he's 1.5 million, she's already ready to like toss up Lisa into an NFT to see how much
that is
money she can make off of him. So it was funny. It was a good episode. There was a lot of, inside references that if you didn't know anything about NFTs, it would probably be very confusing and you would continue to think how dumb these are. But, having played along for a couple of years now, I appreciated it. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. I think you should go watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But being in a thing like this, like The Simpsons, that's huge. That's very huge.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It was cool. And it really went out to the masses, right? So for better or worse, I guess publicity, right? What do they say? No news is bad news or something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure most people that are watching it probably don't even know what an NFT is, but
I would agree with that.
for the most part, I think that just being out there puts a thought in people's mind, right?
Yeah, it was also interesting timing because this isn't the peak. This isn't, 2021 where every celebrity was shilling an NFT, even though they do reference that about Jimmy Fallon and a couple of other people in the episode.
Yeah.
But now is not the time. And then interestingly, following that, there was a bunch of NFT projects that sprung off of that. I think there was an official one from The Simpsons, and that went all the way up to 0.5 ETH and then dropped back down. But then there was a bunch of knockoffs that continued to make money just because it was the topic. It was top of mind that day.
Yeah.
So you just never know where those things are going to come from, right? Like if you didn't know that Simpsons was going to put out an NFT episode, because why would you think that? Then to be able to mint the NFT in time, flip it, and make some money off of it, it's so hard to kind of predict those things out.
Yeah. Hey, Jack Butcher has been posting a lot lately. Have you been watching that or no? Have you been following that?
I've been seeing things that he's been doing, but they're not like projects that he's releasing. It's not always art that he's releasing that I see. I think he's making a lot of cultural references, which is of course what he does.
Yeah.
Let's pull him up on x.com, see what he's up to.
And then he changed his picture, his profile picture.
Yeah, let's see here. So we're on his profile, x.com/Jack Butcher. He did change his profile. He's got a little monkey in the same shape as the Opepin. Let's scroll down to what's recently. He said mask meta. So good. So true. So true. And then, yeah, what else is he working on? Let's see some of the art he had. So I don't know what this is in reference to, but he's got these. I don't remember what the name of this project was, but this is one of the original projects from NFTs. But he's using it in the same layout, the same reference to the Opepins.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know what this whole thread is. I haven't read all this yet. But he also has visualized value, which is just this great way to explain concepts with minimal pictures. Yeah, I don't know. Was there something you saw from his that stood out?
No, he just kept like posting different references, like you mentioned, but it's just the simplicity of what he's posting. I don't know if maybe it's a project that's coming up, or like like I don't know if it's some sort of like how he's so mysterious.
I know.
So
You never know. Like, is he hinting at something that's big to come, or is he just posting
yeah,
something and then it's gone?
even with this little monkey, I mean, what is he saying?
Yeah, I don't know what the monkey is. I'm interested to find out.
And again, if you look at the little monkey, it's the same thing. It's just look at if you put the picture up, it's very simplistic. It's like all squares.
Yeah, let's see if I can get the actual image. Does he have an image? Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what the reference to this is.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Maybe someone who's watching or listening can tell us what we're not getting here. But yeah, definitely give him a follow if you're not already. It's a really interesting. Just his approach to art and culture is really interesting, and I love to follow that along.
Plus, his name is Jack Butcher. Like, what better name than that?
I know, it's a good name.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
Strong name.
I saw an interesting story about this company Phantom and how you can create NFTs using their service, but it's from taking a picture. So imagine taking a picture with your phone and that just automatically goes onto the blockchain as a minted NFT. So this post from Phantom on X.com says, "Don't just collect NFTs, create them. With Camera Mint on Phantom Mobile, instantly turn photos and videos into Solana NFTs that you can save forever." So I thought that I like that idea because it cuts out a bunch of steps that I don't know that I've ever considered in the past. That, hey, if I take a picture, why can't this just become a minted NFT, right? Imagine letting someone else buy it, or imagine if you're Jack Butcher and just say, "Hey, I'm going out today and I'm going to take a bunch of pictures and that's it. These are going to be minted as one of ones or whatever it is." I think people would be really interested in those. But I like the freedom that anyone could be able to do this.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Imagine having your entire photo album in a blockchain.
Yeah, exactly. Or I'm thinking now about like the first picture of my kid that I ever took. I have a picture of him just seconds after he was born. So it's a little intrusive, but things like that, right? Those really special moments, or somebody who imagine. I don't know why this comes to mind, but like 9/11, right? Imagine if you were there and you snapped a picture, like how precious and important that picture is to history, or just any other anything else that you're present for.
Yeah.
That you'd be able to say, "Yeah, I was there," and then have that picture just be minted, like you said, on the blockchain forever. I think there's some cool things to come with that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, last story I saw that caught my attention was about OpenSea.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
this goes back to our conversation last week about the marketplace wars. But OpenSea investor Kotu, I think was how it's pronounced, Kotu cuts the NFT marketplace valuation by 90%. So this is on Coindesk.com from November 8th. In 2022, Kotu and Paradigm led a $300 million round for the NFT marketplace, valuing the platform at $13.3 billion in its Series C. And in a Series C, NFTs, special type of crypto asset, yada, yada, yada. Earlier in November, OpenSea announced a 50% reduction in headcount, and then the valuation dropped down to like $62 million. Oh, no, that was the sales. The sales dropped from 118 to $62 million. And the valuation has dropped 55% year to date for this one.
When I first saw this news, it kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, what's happening?
Yeah, that's a big drop, right?
Yeah. I mean, 50% is a lot. And it affected our friend Plum, I think.
Oh, did it?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't check. I think
she posted something about it.
Wow, that's a shame. Yeah, so you think about OpenSea again. We've talked. They're one of the biggest, even though they're far behind Blur in terms of volume. They're just still one of the biggest marketplaces. And to think that their valuation has dropped 90%, it's like, oof. Are we in trouble there, or is there a competitor coming out that's going to continue to uh, progress and give better value to its holders that they want to use that platform?
Yeah. Well, I think the problem with OpenSea is there's just too much bad news that keeps coming out. That keeps
It's
they keep
true.
fixing it, comes out, they fix it, comes out, they fix it. Like, just stop. Just give the people what they want.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. There's a lot of back and forth, and it's hard for someone to kind of get behind them. You piss someone off, and then you've lost the customer. So
Yeah.
I think they've done that a few times already. Miguel, do you know what time it is?
8:36 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, boy. Artist of the week. Who are we looking at today?
Tony, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his last name wrong, or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm
Jagas,
gonna go with Jagus. Tony Jagus.
Tony Jagas. So I just happened to like stumble upon his artwork, and I was fascinated by it. So if you look at, this is his Instagram page. If you look at his artwork, it's like a it's just so cool the way he does it. Go to like one of his reels and just kind of show a video.
Okay, so we're on a reel. We're
Um,
gonna open the first reel here that's listed,
yeah.
and this is
So
yeah. Go ahead.
the way that he just does the artwork, you can tell there it's like a script,
Scribbles.
like
Yeah,
he's just scribbling, and it's amazing to me. Just look at it, how it just comes out.
yeah. This is impressive. It's like even as you're watching it, you're like, I still don't know how he's doing it, but it's working.
It's very impressive how he's doing the shadowing and just the form of whatever it is that he's drawing. Like, I like it a lot. It's very impressive. I haven't seen something like that in like a very long time. I've seen other people do this kind of art, but not as precise as he's doing it. You know, and then he does like portraits and stuff the exact same way, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, let's pull up the next reel, which is a portrait.
Yeah,
Here's a commission piece I did for my friend James a while ago. 2 portraits of his son and daughter. Really glad the results after framework. So yeah, you're right. It's just scribbling, and somehow he just captures it so perfectly.
yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Like, you got to have a really good artistic vision to do that, and you
That's
got to
true.
be really precise to do that. I could definitely tell you as an artist, I can't do that at all.
That's fair.
That's like I'm pretty sure I wish we could talk to him, because I'm pretty sure this is something that started when he was very, very young, and it just turned into this, right? I Because it's just
Yeah, it's
very
incredible.
precise.
Yeah, really incredible. And definitely give him a follow on Instagram. It's Tony.Jagas, Jagas.
Yeah,
And he also has a YouTube channel, but just some amazing work to just watch him do, and then looking at the final piece. It's really great.
yeah. I kind of get lost on his videos. Like, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's like you just want to scroll through because you just want to see how he does the next one or what's the next one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, good find, there. Maybe we should tweet at him and try and get his attention.
Yeah, let's try to do that. I mean, if we post a snippet of this video, I'll tag him on IG, see
Okay.
if he sees it. Obviously, we're not doing this for the cloud or for anything. We're doing this because we just love the art,
Yeah.
and we do this for all the other artists that we've done also as well. But if he wants to talk to us, it'll be interesting to just know his history and how he learned to do this. It's pretty cool, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good find. Good. All right. Any other stories catch your attention this week that you want to touch on?
No, besides crypto, I was following more crypto this week than
Yeah.
NFTs, just because of all the hypes and all the ups and downs that are happening. And BTC still at 37. It did touch 38 at one point.
Oh, it did. Okay, that's
Yeah,
exciting.
I did. I
We're
think it's
the
at 37.2. Is that what
37
it said?
2 right now. Yeah, it's been moving since we've been on. I think maybe we are
We're it.
we
Nah,
are floor movers. I don't know what to tell you.
with our 1.5 people watching, sure.
Yeah.
We're moving the market. Not financial advice.
Not financial advice. Not financial advice. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Rebel Ants Radio. This video is available on YouTube. It's available on x.com, but it's also in the podcast format. So you can listen through Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. So give us a like and a subscribe. We are trying to push past this 917 subscribers barrier that we keep hitting and then dropping and hitting and dropping. So do yourself a favor and hit subscribe. Miguel?
That's solid. We need like 80 more subscribers.
80 more, and then we'll be able to monetize, which will, I think, just produce pennies at this point, but pennies are cool. Pennies are cool.
I'll take pennies.
All right. Let's do it again next week.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.